point, but mOOnGLaDe's morphing in so many banelings. He's got mutiling baneling here, so it's going to depend on whether or not these tanks can get in a good enough position. First tank sieging up, so KJH being a little bit careful, but he hasn't got more siege. These banelings rolling in with that baneling upgrade, going to get to the massive amount of Marines here, but these mutas taking a lot of damage. KJH lost about half his forces there, but all the ground evaporating from mOOnGLaDe. Those tanks able to catch him in a nice position. Lots of mutas here, but a huge amount of minerals, but it's just a case of whether he can get his troops online. This spine crawler is probably going to be immediately sacrificed, but nice little tank snipe there with those mutas going in and out, but there's so many Marines and he's committing to this attack. Zerglings coming in now. Marauders joining the force and is trying to get this tank down, but even the Queen's going to be caught out of position. The Queen's going to go down here. This is bad position for mOOnGLaDe. He does have a bunch more banelings, and they've got that speed upgrade, so he's going to be able to roll through. It's just a case of whether or not he can keep his mutas alive to harass that much. He's rocking out with so many minerals right now, though. He really needs to throw down more hatcheries. He's taking another base while this goes on, so he's not interested in just focusing on this. He's constantly macroing, constantly building up, while KJH taking a third of his own, while he just takes over this strong point. It would really be beneficial for him to make use of these ramps if possible, and it looks like he is taking a missile turret down there, just catching a few free hits. But now mOOnGLaDe's attacking, sending in his Zerglings, speed, and his mutas flying over. Banelings coming into the tank line, frying most of the Marines. A few Marine reinforcements here as the missile turret burns down, but the tanks are still in place. 3 tanks still down. Looks like mOOnGLaDe's trying to snipe these missile turrets, but just doing so much damage to his mutas. Looks like it could be a contain here as it cuts off these other bases from supply. Desperate times for mOOnGLaDe. Not sure how he's going to get himself out of this. And his minerals is huge, but these Marines are now into the drone line. Drones coming off to try and defend desperately. They get through, but his hatchery is on the verge of extinction. Not sure if he's going to save it. It does go down. Broodlings pop out, and KJH has now split mOOnGLaDe's base in half. It means the supply lines are completely cut off, and this strong point's really, really bad. Medevac streaming in, as well as more and more Marines coming into his main base here. I'm not sure what mOOnGLaDe's going to be able to do to get back in this game.
So little Marines on the ground right now. Those mutas and Marines just juking it out over the top of these siege tanks, causing so much damage. So great positioning there by those siege tanks. He just had to protect them all. And these Marines being reinforced very quickly now. So KJH in such a great position.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to get this expansion of mOOnGLaDe's terrible loss for mOOnGLaDe. He was macroing up to defend his main base. Muta's coming in from behind to take out this tank while that base is sniped off. Muta's still harassing here, so desperately trying to keep them alive for mOOnGLaDe, taking out these Marines while they're out of position, and these reinforcements are going to get cut off by these Mutalisks. So mOOnGLaDe is not killing over here, he's desperately fighting this off, cutting the supply lines off, so these tanks are hugely vulnerable to a bunch of links to be able to take them out. Looking to take out that medevac, he does. Still heaps and heaps of Marines coming out of KJH's main here. So it's a question of whether he can break this strong point, but KJH was able to take off that expansion of mOOnGLaDe, so he's now one base in front. These Mutalisks are desperately fleeing around the map, but mOOnGLaDe has so many banked minerals. He could even think about throwing down 2 or 3 hatcheries in his main just to pump links, get himself back in this game. Looks like he might just engage this missile turret and try and macro back up, while KJH still going with the same unit mix, pumping out Marines and just accompanying it with medevacs at the moment, and he's forcing his tanks to flee after mOOnGLaDe broke this contain, and it's just a case of whether he can keep this expansion alive. But KJH, really good shape right now. He's really got mOOnGLaDe against the ropes.
Yeah, this Rambo team of Marines and this one Marauder with these medevacs fighting back to base now after causing a lot of damage, trying to protect these siege tanks, and there's even more medevacs joining them now. Additionally, there's a couple more Marines to fix that army up, and here they come. So such a strong position for KJH, even with mOOnGLaDe with so many minerals just sitting there, but just so he's just in such a great position with these Marines and siege tanks right now.
Yeah, crucial loss there with the spy going down. The medevac's providing vision for KJH to snipe that off. So while he was able to hide the spy from scans, it does mean that there's going to be no more Mutalisks made. He's made this transition in a roach, but I still think that he would be better off throwing down hatcheries and putting some emergency lings now, but it might be too late because we're seeing these Marines move in. Roach and Mutas desperately going to work there. Drones coming off the line, evaporating to this line of tanks and Marines.
Oh, brutal.
And GLaDe calls GG. I don't think I've seen that many drones die that quickly to all those tanks. Bunch of kills to these siege tanks. There's one siege tank with 28 kills thanks to that drone soup. But yeah, really good game there, and just really, really great play by KJH.
Just check out that hatchery exploding with blood, just gushing out of the sky. It's amazing. Just slow motion stop there. But great play by KJH. Just fantastic work there with those siege tanks and just so many Marines on the ground with the double reactors. So just great play. And mOOnGLaDe, even with the minerals, just couldn't respond quick enough.
Yeah, good game, and that's a wrap.